Hi, my name is Mats, guys. This is the channel HeyMats, and we are the Hey Squad. And if you want to belong to the Hey Squad, just subscribe to this channel. Today with a story, I removed my birthmark and didn't recognize myself. Okay, that sounds interesting.
Hi, my name is Barbara, but people call me Barbie
Okay, hey Barbie.
because I look like one. Please like and subscribe before I continue. Dad was a billionaire who owned a multi-industry company.
Of course, all these MSA stories, they begin as a multi-millionaire kid. Okay, rich kids everywhere. Is it that easy to be a rich kid? I was not a rich kid, and I am actually not a rich kid currently. Yeah, but it would be nice.
Up, my twin brother Ford and I were used to getting everything we wanted. But for him, it wasn't enough because he wanted
I want more.
everything for himself. On our 5th birthday, Dad gave me a Barbie doll while he gave Ford a toy car. But he wasn't happy.
What? A whole car? For like 5 or 6 figures? Against a Barbie, a doll. A Barbie doll is a nice gift, don't get me wrong, but in comparison to a car, this is not fair.
My car needs a driver, so give me that doll. Over my cute
Oh, okay. A car to play, a toy, okay.
buddy. He got back at me by scratching Dad's new Lamborghini and blaming it on me.
Bro, that is expensive, but that could be me, because when I was a kid I did the same, but not by purpose. I do not want to make anyone angry. I just did it with a stone. In the car I wrote something because I just thought that looks cool.
I was grounded for a month. He also loved to make fun of the brown birthmark on my face.
They don't have the security camera?
Maybe that's why you stink, because there's permanent poop on your cheek. Stop saying I stink when I don't. Everyone might think it's true.
No, you don't stink, but it's totally normal that you argue with your siblings. We did it too. We argued so often and very hard, but actually now we are every 3. I have 2 siblings, one bigger sister and one younger brother, and we love each other very much. We have a very, very nice relation, me with my 2 siblings, so it is fine that we argued a lot. Yeah, it will change with the time.
Too late. I've already told everyone about it. I tried complaining to Dad, but he was always too busy to care. But one day in the 5th grade, I discovered a way to cover up my birthmark by using loads of makeup. I told Ford that I had it removed by a doctor, and he was so stupid he actually believed it. He was always a pain in the butt, until he started dating this gold digger Tiffany in high school. He got too
Tiffany sounds like an evil name.
busy to annoy me all the time. Thank God. In 10th grade, my boyfriend Zach and I decided to celebrate his birthday by going away to Greece for the weekend. We were about to take off in Dad's private jet.
That's private jet, totally usual. Girl, you have no problems. You're rich, you have everything, you have a boyfriend. Even if your brother is sometimes rude to you, you have no problems. All your problems are luxury problems. Like 99% of all problems in this world are just luxury problems. Because when you have like an apartment to live, when you have food on your table to eat, then you're fine.
Suddenly, the pilot came out of the cockpit and said we had a problem. I looked out the window and saw Ford arriving with Tiffany. What are they doing here? We're celebrating our anniversary in Hawaii, so all of you, get out. Breaking news, dummy. I came here first.
They are arguing about the private jet of their dad. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Just talk to each other and then you say, okay, for this time you get the private jet, and for 2 weeks later you get the private jet. Come on, you have a private jet. Other kids, other people would dream of having a private jet.
I don't care. Get lost. You get lost. I was about to push him, but I screamed when Tiffany suddenly pulled me by my hair. The boys tried to stop us as we fought, but we ended up landing in the cockpit and falling on the navigation controls, damaging them completely. As soon as the news reached Dad, he called us both for a meeting in his library.
Okay, when I would be the dad, I would be so angry. I give my private jet to you, that you have nice holidays, vacation, and you have nothing better to do to argue about it because you want to go to Hawaii and you want to go to Greece. This is embarrassing, and this is like, when I would be the dad, I would I wouldn't give them my private jet. Never again.
I thought he was gonna kill us. But what he said totally took us by surprise. I'm thinking of leaving my company to someone capable. And obviously, that's me, Dad. This dumb brat spends thousands of dollars on clothes and makeup every single weekend. Hello? You literally buy whatever your girlfriend pouts her lips for. Enough. You're both.
What is that for the argumentation? We need someone who can lead this company. This is the most important. Who's the better businessman or businesswoman?
Too dumb and spoiled.
Yeah.
I'll give you a month to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Or I'll leave the company and all.
Too dumb and too spoiled. Exactly. He brought it on the point.
All my fortune to a stranger instead. Prove ourselves? In what way, Dad? Figure it out. And make me proud for once. It was gonna be tough, but there was no way I'd let Ford win this. The next day, I visited Dad's company's headquarters to study the performance for the past year, and I found out that Dad had been planning to develop a new mall, but he was having a hard time getting approval for its location from the mayor's office. Wait a minute, what if I dated the mayor's son, Leo, so he'd help me win his dad's approval?
To date someone to get like an advantage is very, very, very dangerous, because in the first moment it could be very helpful because then you get what you want, but what happens if you argue or if you break up? Everything is away and the situation gets even worse. So don't do that, yeah? Don't get in a forced relationship, you know? Because then you're like, you have to stay with him together just to get your will.
Leo was a senior in school, and Dad would be impressed if I was dating a smart future politician.
Just be independent in every way, especially when it's about money and business.
There was only one problem: my boyfriend. I needed to get rid of him. The next day at school, we were having lunch together when he...
Okay, now you show your real side, girl. You have to get rid of your boyfriend because then you can build a mall because you want to date someone else to get a permission and to own the This is so fucked up. Sorry, guys.
Suddenly sneezed, and I started crying hard. What's wrong, babe? The way you sneeze, I really hate it. It's giving me a stroke.
The way you sneeze, I really hate. This is so rude. Because he sneezed.
And the way you breathe, it's so heavy I could hear it from miles away.
The way you breathe, come on.
I've been suffering silently, but I just can't take it anymore. Just work on yourself and maybe we can give it another chance soon.
Okay, this is the reason why you break up? Because of my sneezing? Because of my breath? Come on.
Are you freaking serious?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Zach. For now. He kept throwing tantrums all day, but I ignored him and started working on...
Okay, if you want to break up, this is very rude. But in general, if you just have a usual and normal reason, not his way of breathing and sneezing, this is ridiculous.
My current target, Leo. Aside from being a genius, he was also famous for being too serious. I'd never seen him smile. I stalked him and found out that he always stayed in the library. Boring. One day he was sitting
he's just smart and he's learning
alone, and I walked up to him and pointed to the thick book beside him. Could you hand me over that physics book? This is a chemistry book. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got confused.
It's the same.
Physics and chemistry are similar words.
Exactly what I said.
No, they're not. Oh, what's that you're reading? You're into literature too? I love Michael Jackson. Do you know about him? Yeah, of course I do. But I like Shakespeare more.
Okay, they do not fit together. They have nothing in common. She's very dumb. She's spoiled. All she have in her head is like makeup and that stuff. And he's like reading. He's very smart, reading science books and that stuff.
Shakespeare? That's a cool name. Before he could say something, his friend suddenly called him. Just when I thought we were connecting. As Leo walked by...
No, you weren't connecting. No, not even close.
Zach suddenly appeared and pulled me into a corner. Why are you flirting with this guy? I thought our breakup isn't official yet. Don't take it personally. I just need him to help me get his father's approval for my dad's project.
Okay, she's honest, but why you weren't honest before?
And when you win that inheritance, you'll get back with me, right?
Huh?
Sure, what?
He has hope.
Whatever. I'll wait for you.
No, you do not want to stay together with a girl who just breaks up because she just need an advantage of another guy. This is so rude. Never stay with her.
Don't hold your breath. A few days later, I heard that Leo was running as a president for the student council again. But what shocked me was Ford was running too. So that was his first move to prove himself and impress Dad, huh? And the next day at school, Ford challenged me to run against him.
But you can lead the company. You both can do it, right? Yeah. You both can do it.
And why would I do that? So we can settle who's better. Obviously, it's me, but I badly want to see you cry. Do you really?
You're siblings. Just support each other. And if the one gets the position as the boss, you can help the other one out because you're like siblings. I would give my siblings everything. One of the people, and there are not many people, I would give everything to.
Think I'm that dumb? You never play fair. I told you, she's scared. Since you're begging for it, then fine. See you at the elections. Nice. Any last words? Send my regards to Satan. Oh, wait.
But they have the same hair color, so you can clearly see that these two are siblings. And they have, obviously the same character.
That's you. And with that, I stormed off. But if Leo was also running, I didn't have any chance to win. He had already won 3 times in the past. I immediately talked to him about this. I also want to run for school president, but with you on the list, I don't think I stand a chance. So, you want me to back out? Yeah. Leave it to me this time. Why are you running? Basically, I hate my brother and he's running and I want to beat him myself. But I need your support. And what do I get in return? You can date me, I guess. To my surprise, he smiled at me and said, sure. Wait, are you serious?
Okay.
He just winked at me and
he behaves totally different than in the library.
Walked away, leaving my heart fluttering with that smile.
Huh? Okay, guys, we make the shout out for today. In every video, I do one shout out. And this video goes out to Bina Huang 1589. Thank you very much for your comment, for your support. If you want to get a shout out in the next video, guys, just comment down below, guys. The chances are not that low, so try it, guys. And have you subscribed yet? Make sure you have subscribed. Make sure.
It was time to put our names down as candidates the next day, and I was surprised to see Leo was running as my vice president instead. What are you doing? Supporting my girlfriend. So he really was serious about it.
Okay.
I couldn't believe making him fall for me was this easy.
Oh, come on. And she just uses him. But maybe he's smart. Maybe he uses her. And, okay, let's see.
I decided I'd wait a few days before I started talking about the mall project so it wouldn't look suspicious.
Yeah, of course. That is very clever. It would be very suspicious if you talk about the mall project after 1 minute. Take your time.
We started hanging out together. And sure, he was serious. But he was also sweet and funny, not boring at all.
Okay, I think she will fall in love, actually.
He even introduced me to a super cool channel on YouTube called My Story Animated. And
to HeyMats.
when I saw their videos, I actually found them exciting and relatable, especially about those billionaire girls.
Yeah, but every second MSA video is about billionaire girls.
On the weekend, he asked me out on a date, and I said yes. While driving, someone suddenly called him and he turned to me. I was supposed to lead Dad's charity drive at a hospital tomorrow, but they moved it to today, and they need me there. I'm so sorry. Instead of sulking, I smiled and volunteered to come along. Seeing all those sick people who couldn't afford treatment made me realize how lucky I was. And the way Leo talked to these
Think about it.
people made my heart melt. Later that night as he drove me home,
Yeah, the topic I have spoken about, like luxury problems.
he suddenly took my hand and kissed it. You must be really tired. I'm fine. Actually, I had a great time. The date isn't over yet. I've got a surprise. He took me to a closed restaurant and revealed that his mom owned it. So, how are we supposed to eat? Watch me. To my surprise, he started working in the kitchen himself and ended up
A man who can cook. This is a dream, man.
with the most delicious meal ever. I can't believe I'm with someone like you, a goddess. Yeah, I know. Thousands of guys wish to be you, so you're very lucky.
Oh, come on, just say thanks.
My heart went wild when he tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. You're really funny and pretty. I stared back at him and just found myself leaning in closer for a kiss. I felt like I was on cloud 9. It was the least fancy date I'd ever been on, but it was the best time I'd ever had in my life. Soon, we made our relationship official, and Zach wasn't happy.
Of course Zach is not happy with it. He's like jealous maybe?
Broke up with me because of him, didn't you? No, Zach.
But in English you say you're on cloud 9, right? Because actually in German you say you're on cloud 7. I don't know why we have like in Germany another number, but you say you're on cloud 7 when you're in love, when you fall in love with somebody. And in English it's like cloud 9. This is funny. Yeah, I just realized that.
Zach, we just didn't work out. I'm sure you can find someone better. You're gonna regret this. Zach was too dumb to do something that could actually ruin me, so I just ignored him. When the election campaign started, Ford and Tiffany were spending Dad's money like crazy. They covered the whole school with pictures of their
What the frick? This is not a political election. This is just school election.
faces and threw the biggest parties every single night. Ford also promised everyone he'd turn the whole school into a teenage paradise, making him win by a landslide. I lost so badly. He kept on bragging about his victory at dinner, and Dad looked impressed. I think I'm gonna win.
What was his lips? Did he use lip filler?
This too. And when I take over everything, the first thing I'll do is make you miserable. Say goodbye to all your credit cards. Don't be too confident.
The hand of Thor.
Maybe you'll be the one who ends up crying. I really doubt that.
No, it was not Thor's hand, right? I don't know which hand from any movie, I don't know.
Ford made me so mad. I had no choice but to finally use Leo's connections for Dad's small project. I brought it up, and to my surprise, he immediately talked to his father about it. A few days later, I introduced him to Dad over dinner, and he looked stunned when he learned that Leo was the mayor's son. You should have informed me earlier. I would have told the chefs to make something fancier. I'm fine with anything, sir. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. They seem to be getting along really well. And Dad...
Imagine he will be the boss of his company. No way. And not Barbie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they get along very well. No way he will get the position. Oh my gosh.
Dad then finally brought up the project. Oh, Barbie mentioned it to me the other day, and I've already talked to my father about it. He's looking forward to meeting you. Dad looked super happy, and once the project was finalized, he even threw a party to celebrate it. You made this happen, my dear Barbie. You've shown me how valuable you can be. Ford was smoky red with rage. I gave him a smirk as Dad made a toast for it. Later that night, I thought about a plan to give back to Leo. He'd told me about an orphanage he had set up, and I decided I'd donate books and laptops to the kids there. I talked to Dad about it, and he was happy to support me. The next day at school, I was waiting for Leo at the canteen to talk about it, when suddenly, Ford came and took my plate of spaghetti and rubbed it in my face. I told you not to mess with me. As I angrily rubbed it off my face with tissues, I suddenly realized people
You have to imagine these are siblings.
Staring at me in shock. Oh no, all of my makeup was gone. Oh look, there's poop on her face. Breaking news, everyone.
This is just a birthmark. Come on. It's just a birthmark. It's totally normal. It's not even ugly in general.
My sister's been hiding this gross birthmark under her makeup for years.
No, a birthmark can be very pretty, actually.
Look, Leo, she's even deceived you, just so she could be your girlfriend. I tried to hide it, but it was too late. Leo had arrived and was staring at me. I was about to run away when suddenly he grabbed Ford by the collar and pushed him up against the wall. She's still the most beautiful girl in the world to me, but you sure are the biggest jerk. I heard
he protects her.
Everyone actually agreeing with him, but Ford started laughing like a maniac. Okay, the poop mark didn't change your mind, so how about this? To my surprise, Zach showed up from behind him and started...
Oh, of course. Her ex-boyfriend and her brother. They're now one team against Barbie, of course. Could have imagined that.
Started playing a recorder with an evil grin.
Why are you flirting with this guy? I thought our breakup isn't official yet.
Don't take it personally. I just need him to help me get his father's approval for my dad's project. Blood drained from my face as we all listened to the whole conversation. I couldn't believe my ex-boyfriend teamed up with my evil brother. I tearfully ran after a furious Leo. Leo, please, let me explain.
Explain what? That I was just part of your stupid plan? I can't believe I actually fell for a spoiled
I can understand him. I can totally understand him.
brat like you.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
I planned it, but then I started to have real feelings for
Yeah,
you.
that can happen too.
Yeah, right. Please, don't ever talk to me again.
He ignored me completely after that, and I lost all my motivation. Ford took it as an opportunity to redeem himself. He spent tons of money on billboards across the city advertising Dad's clothing stores with himself and Tiffany as
Himself and his girlfriend as models. This is like so ego-based.
models. The sales actually went up. A few days later, Dad informed us that he'd finally made a decision. I was sure Ford had won, but I didn't even care by now.
I decided to give everything to
Ford had already gotten up with a proud smirk.
Barbara. Congratulations, darling.
Huh?
I'll see you in my office tomorrow for the
Oh my gosh. Oh, Ford will rage.
signing of the papers.
Wait, what? Suddenly, Ford went psycho.
Of course.
You can't do this to me, Dad. I've worked so hard for this. It's not too late to change your mind. I based my decision on how you spent my money the past month. You wasted $10 million and never did anything meaningful. Barbara proved her interest by learning about the company. And she even made a huge project happen. You're talking nonsense, you stupid old man.
He calls his father stupid old man. You have to imagine.
And then I just snapped. I flung a glass of juice at his face. You can insult me all you want, but don't you dare talk like that to our dad, you
Yes.
jerk.
You're gonna
This is disrespectful. Your dad gave you everything. Your dad gave you everything. So do not be disrespectful to your old man. I just want to say to your old man, to your father.
pay for this.
Before he could hurt me, Dad called his bodyguards to take Ford away. He grounded him in his room, and I could hear him destroying things all day. He was scaring me. The next day, I fell asleep in my bathtub, and when I woke up, I realized that my phone was gone. I got up to find it, but the door was locked, as well as the windows.
Oh, no.
Just then, lots of bugs started to crawl in from somewhere.
Oh, nightmare.
I screamed, but no one seemed to hear me. Help! Someone, please, open the freaking door! The bugs were getting nearer, and I passed out. Dad's worried face was the first thing I saw when I opened my eyes again. I was in the hospital.
My darling, Barbie, thank God you're okay.
Dad, Ford tried to hurt me.
I know. Your brother's gone. I sent him away to a boarding school in Russia.
I was surprised and relieved at the same time.
Maybe I shouldn't have made you two compete. It was a stupid decision, and it made Ford crazy.
Yeah, maybe this is a little bit too hard to let your both kids, two siblings, compete. This is a little bit heavy. Yeah.
Even you started dating someone you don't even like.
No, Dad, it's the complete opposite. I really like Leo. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. Suddenly, Leo showed up from behind Dad.
And you're the best thing that happened to me too.
Leo, what are you
Happy end.
doing here?
I heard you were in the hospital, so I had to come see you. And your dad also talked to me about your plan with the orphanage. The kids would really love that.
Does this mean you've decided to forgive me? I'm so sorry, Leo.
Barbie, I understand the pressure your dad put you through, and I think it was a smart plan. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have even noticed me.
I've always noticed you. I just thought you were too serious for me.
Yeah, I'm indeed serious about you.
Okay. I think you deserve another chance to get to know me.
I love you.
I love you too.
The father behind the newspaper, he's like, okay, no, this is, maybe I should leave the room. Okay, guys, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This video was very, very nice, this story. And if you're not in the Hey Squad yet, please subscribe my channel. It's one click down below the video. My name is Mats. We are the Hey Squad. This is the channel HeyMats. Thanks for watching. Here you can subscribe here to other videos. And see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.